So this is going to be test number 1, powering on in 3, 2, 1. Hi there. Can you tell me your name?
Enter the Wuben X4 compact multifunction flashlight. This thing looks like something out of like Terminator or something. This thing looks like it shoots laser beams out of its eyes and vaporizes its enemies at all costs. Looking around the box, pretty straightforward stuff. You guys can read all that stuff on your own. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let's dive in. There we go. I love the way Wuben packages their products. It's so neat how these little boxes. It's like, I hate when they spend too much money on packaging, but this one is like cool, but it's not expensive. So the Wuben X4, what we got here? Thank you for using Wuben. Also Wuben, thank you for sending this to me for a review. It will get a full, thorough, and well, a good review. This is actually the size of my hand. That's pretty good. It still looks, it looks like a spaceship. Anyway, let's see here. As usual, it's pretty, these things are normally pretty well written. It's like how to push the buttons. That's the important stuff. All right, so we got some connector stuff here. And there you go. The diagrams, like this button does 27 things and this is how it works. So good. I think this is, Wuben does this very well. All right, what else we got here? We're going to take that. Obviously, we got our USB stuffs. And then this, here we go in the packaging itself. Anything else hiding? No, nothing else is hiding. Let's get that out of the way. There's our flashlight. Yeah, it does. It looks like something out of space. You know, it's, I don't know. I'm being silly. I'm being silly because this is kind of a cool flashlight. All right, so the first thing that I notice is this tape on the outside of it said, please remove the battery insulation before using it. So clearly some operator requirement is required. So we're going to take this off. It's probably got like one of those, like a piece of plastic inside of it that, you know, it's basically, I guess this, and if you guys don't know this, I don't even read the instructions. I just go for a second. Aha, there it is. And so you could actually replace this battery. That's interesting. And what do we have in here? We have the Wuben ABE 3400, also number 1865. Lots of Chinese stuff there. Warning! Made in China. Okay, so that's the battery. So you could actually replace the battery if it goes bad on you. This unit is rechargeable, by the way. So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to lock that down, and we're going to lock that in place so we don't actually push the button and it comes flying out. All right, so let's get down and dirty here. This light is 1.47 inches that way, and 1.04 inches, no, 1.04 inches that way, 1.47 inches that way, and 3.77 inches that way. So it's about that big. And we're going to also do an Olight comparison on the side so you guys can actually see the side of it. This thing weighs at 89.7 grams. Let's see. Huh. Well, that's Wuben, you got some explaining to do. So it's heavier than advertised, which for this type of light I don't really see. It's got a lot of functions on it, so I don't really care. In reference to that, so what was that? That was 143 grams, and this is the Arclight Pro, which is 111 grams. So yeah, size, they're different. Let's get that out of the way. They're different in size, obviously. So it's shorter, but it's also bulkier than the Olight. So we'll set that to the side. With that said, and I got to get this closer because it's got this finish on it, which it's an anodized finish. It's mill standard anodized finish, but it's a color of black. It's so dark. It's really hard to even like catch a reflection off it. But this thing is made out of 661 T6 aluminum alloy. It does have that hardened anodized mil-spec finish on it. It's called Type 3 finish. And the max power of this thing is 1500 lumens. And this thing does have a flood or spot beam that can go out to 205 meters. Now, the lights on it is you've got, this thing can like do lots of colors that nobody cares about. But to be technically straightforward, you've got the, it's got 7 colors, 10 lumen wind flashing, and 4,000 on warm white. Also, the battery, as we showed you before, was replaceable in case you ever have to replace it. But it also does have USB fast charging. Let's find that. They normally like to stick them over here. Is that it? Is that? Because it was just harder to see. On the G4 model, it was sideways. There it is, right there. So USB-C charging. Obviously, we have our selector switch here. We do have, this is the off position, also known as the locked position, so that you don't accidentally push the button and do stuff with it. Then you've got the light position, and this is for the forward. Let's push it. There you go. That's for the side light. And then we've got the forward light position. And then we've got the charge position. So we're going to lock this out for right now because we're going to go over that in a second. But basically, this thing has a runtime of about 720 hours. And it is IP68 waterproof. It's impact resistant. It's pressure proof. Basically, you can step on, you can drive over it with a car, that kind of thing. And IP68 means that it you can submerge this thing. It's the IPS standard basically is 2 meters deep. When I get on there, I got something on there. 2 meters deep for no more than 1 hour. So if you drop it, come back in an hour, that kind of thing. Also, it does have a magnetic base. Need to find something metal. Magnetic base. Yep. It does have a pretty robust pocket clip. I will say this is definitely a worker light. This is definitely like if you're working someplace and you need like this, like a flashlight all the time, this could be yours because that's a serious pocket clip. It does have dedicated modes for lock, slide, main light, like we talked about. It does have obviously the ergonomic slide button, and with all Wuben products, this comes with a 5-year warranty, 30-day return policy. Pretty solid piece of gear. All right, so let's push some buttons and see what happens. We're going to go with the side light, and I'm going to push it once. I'm going to push it twice. Nope, just once. I'm going to hold it down. That was interesting. I guess it's just a red light. Okay, let's double tap that. Okay, and then that turns into the flasher. That's kind of common with the Wubens if you didn't know that. I'm going to turn that off. There we go. And then now we're going to hold it down again, and we've got our side light. And then we can, if you guys didn't know this, that's why the Wuben have these dials. And if you watch the light, it actually like gets a little bit small. There you go. It actually goes pretty low. But you can crank it all the way up. Like that for your side work light. And then we're going to turn that off. And then let's go ahead and click that over to the forward light, which is almost always the bright one. So we're just going to click that on one time. And then we're going to double click it. And it goes instantly to super bright or boost mode, as they call it, or turbo mode, I think. There it goes all the way down. And then we're going to hold it down. Did it switch to anything? Double click. There we go. And then we can like roll the wheel to take it to turbo mode. It just clicks. I can feel the heat on my hand. These things actually do get kind of hot. All right, then that goes to moon mode. And then we turn it off. As usual, if you want one of these, I'll leave a link in the description. Be an adult, spend your money as you see fit. Yeah, stay vigilant. Oh yeah, there's some videos going to pop up over here. Give them a watch.
That was easy.